Hey friends, I'm April. I am a growth strategist and a youth pastor from Bismarck, North Dakota. I serve at Missio Church. I love student ministry, and one thing that I love about our student ministry is the authenticity of our students. They're real, they're open, and they're not afraid to ask deep questions about their faith. That's why I'm so excited to tell you about our upcoming series, Wonder. Wonder is a 4-week series from the book of Psalms. And throughout this series, we'll look at what it means to worship, and we'll look at the natural wonders of the world. It's through understanding and learning more about these natural wonders of the world that we see worship isn't just limited to songs or prayers, but that worship is how we respond to our moments with God. Week 1 begins with us looking at a few different Psalms that highlight God's holiness. We learn that God is holy, set apart from all of creation. No one and nothing in creation is more important or even on the same level of God. That leads us to our big idea that we worship because God is holy. Week 2, we're diving into Psalm 111. And in Psalm 111, we read these words praising God for going above and beyond to meet not only physical needs, but spiritual needs. God gives us what we can't provide for ourselves, like grace and hope and redemption. Throughout this week, too, we'll learn that we worship because God provides. Week 3, we'll take a peek at Psalm 34. In this psalm, we see the psalmist describe God as someone who releases us from trouble, who delivers us, who shields us, as well as protects us. We'll get to help students see that God is immensely faithful to us. We'll lead them to learn that we worship because God is faithful. This series ends with Psalm 69. And this gives us a great example of how we can respond when we're in the middle of a hurtful experience. We can learn and we can see that we can turn to God. And we know that our students, they're carrying a lot of heavy things. They've probably already experienced a lot of hurt and brokenness. In week 4, we're going to help students understand that we worship because God can heal. What I'm so excited about with this series, Wonder, is that we get to help students see that worship is more than music. And we get to help them understand this by looking at these beautiful natural wonders of the world without leaving our gathering spaces. Worship is more than music. It's how we respond to our moments with God. And I love that we'll get to dive into the Psalms together and see how these authors penned words that encourage us to worship anywhere and everywhere. Let's talk environment and decor. Like I said, we're getting to dive into those natural wonders of the world without actually leaving our physical spaces. So we're going to give those physical spaces we meet in a natural wonders of the world upgrade. So you have a couple of options of how you can set the stage for this theme. You can place a painted map of the world as a focal point. And maybe on that map, what you can do each week is you can print out the big ideas and tape them to the ocean sections of the backdrop. Or another option is you could maybe just get some chalkboard markers and write it on the map yourself. Whatever works. Now I know we can be on a budget sometimes. So maybe as you're looking, at this series and thinking, man, how am I going to create this space for students to experience the wonder of the natural wonders of the world and understand what it means to worship? Here's the thing. If you're on a budget, invite students to create a hand-drawn world map. Just think, this is an incredible opportunity to build your understanding to build your students' understanding of worship, helping them see that they can use their gifts as an act of worship. Maybe you're like me and you're thinking, how do I even start with this? There is a great post on the Grow blog offering 6 ways to make a stage backdrop on a budget. While we aren't able to take our students to the physical natural wonders of the world, Each week, we give students an opportunity to participate in an activity based on one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, like Mount Everest, the Grand Canyon, Victoria Falls, and the Great Barrier Reef. You do not want to miss the Niagara River Relay activity in week 3. All I'm going to say is it involves trash cans and water. One of my favorite modules happens in week 4 in the Now What section. Week 4 can bring up some heavy things for students to process through. In the response module in the Now What section of week 4, students will have a chance to respond to God's ongoing healing through something that we've all asked for when we've gotten hurt. Okay, friends, so what about you? What are you planning for Wonder? Or how are you helping your students expand their understanding of worship? Helping them see that it goes beyond songs and prayers, but that we can worship with the way we live. Share your ideas in the comments. Oh, and if you don't have this series yet, you can find it at growcurriculum.org. Thanks, friends.